news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. On behalf of His Majesty the Sultan, His Highness the Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers receives the Secretary General of the Gulf Cooperation Council countries. Her Highness the Honorable Lady, spouse of the Sultan of Oman, offers backing to the Association of Children with Disabilities by providing a number of buses. The Ministry of Labor launches the National Framework for Job Competencies in order to develop human capabilities in the government sector. And the government of Musandam al-Bremi and North al-Batina witness varying intensity rains due to an upper air trough. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq has sent a cable of greetings to Her Excellency Draupadi Murmu, President of India, on the Republic Day. His Majesty the Sultan has also sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency General David Hurley, Governor General of Australia, on his country's National Day. On behalf of His Majesty the Sultan, His Highness Sayyid Fahd bin Mahmoud Al Saeed, Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers, received His Excellency Dr. Naif Falah Mubarak Al Hajraf, Secretary General of the Gulf Cooperation Council countries, to bid him farewell at the end of his mission as the Secretary General of the GCC countries. His Excellency expressed his greetings and best wishes towards the leadership and government of the Sultanate of Oman of further success. During the meeting, they reviewed the march of Gulf Cooperation Council so as to serve the interests of the countries in the region. They also exchanged points of view on the developments in the regional and international levels. His Highness Sayyid Fahd bin Mahmoud Al Saeed stressed that the Gulf Cooperation Council is considered one of the main pillars for security, stability, and comprehensive development in the region, as the GCC countries always seek to strengthen the cooperation with the world countries. His Highness also praised the efforts exerted by His Excellency Dr. Naif Falah Mubarak Al Hajraf during his work period to enhance the joint Gulf work, wishing him all the best in his future tasks. From his side, His Excellency the Secretary General of the Gulf Cooperation Council countries expressed his gratitude towards the Sultanate of Oman, the head of the 43rd round of the Gulf Cooperation Council, for its continuous support towards the Council and him personally, which facilitated in making his mission successful to achieve the aspirations of the Gulf nations of progress and prosperity. The meeting was attended by His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Hamad Al Busaidi, Foreign Minister. Her Highness the Honorable Lady, spouse of the Sultan of Oman, has offered backing to the Association of Children with Disabilities by providing a number of buses that transport the children affiliated to the association or those who want to benefit from its services. The buses will transport the children from and to the association with its various centers. This support by the Honorable Lady comes within the framework to enable the association to continue its activities, support the children with disabilities to benefit from the services and programs provided by the association, and to ease the burden of transport on the parents of those children. Her Highness Sayyida Hujayja bin Jafar Al Saeed, Chairperson of the Board of Directors of the Association of Children with Disabilities, valued the keenness of the Honorable Lady toward the children within the association to receive the necessary care. She also pointed out that the support of the Honorable Lady will play a great role in easing the burden on the families of these children in terms of their transportation to the association. She further added that the association with its board of directors, affiliates, and employees forward their gratitude to the Honorable Lady for her great material and moral support towards the association and its affiliates. His Excellency Sayyid Hamoud bin Faisal Al Busaidi, Minister of Interior, received His Excellency Dr. Naif Falah Mubarak Al Hajraf, Secretary General of the Gulf Cooperation Council countries. During the meeting, the two sides exchanged talks related to joint work march of the Gulf Cooperation Council. The meeting also dwelt on a number of fields related to supporting bonds of brotherhood and cooperation among GCC countries. His Excellency, the Minister of Interior, praised the pioneering role of His Excellency, the Secretary General of the Cooperation Council, in strengthening Gulf Cooperation March during his work mission, wishing him further success. With the aim of exchanging expertise and benefiting from the experiences of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in developing the industrial sector, a delegation from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia headed by His Excellency Engineer Al-Badr bin Adil Fuda, Under Secretary of Development and the Supervisor of the Empowerment Agency at the Ministry of Industry and Mineral Resources in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, participated in the Manufacturing and Future Industries Laboratory in order to review the Sultanate of Oman's initiatives in manufacturing industries. The experience of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in implementing future industries and fourth industrial revolution applications were also reviewed. The Oman and Saudi sides conducted bilateral meetings to discuss several matters, including investment opportunities in the industrial sector between the two countries. The Ministry of Labor launches the National Framework for Job Competencies with the aim of contributing to the development of human competencies in the government sector and empowering them with future skills, in line with the directions and priorities of Oman Vision 2040. His Excellency Sayyid Salim bin Musallam Al-Busaidi, Under Secretary of the Ministry of Labor for Human Resources Development, explains that this framework, which comes in cooperation with Oman Vision 2040 Implementation Follow-up Unit and other government units, includes a set of knowledge and behavioral skills that are required to be available and strengthened among supervisory and non-supervisory job holders in the units of the state's administrative apparatus in the Sultanate of Oman, which provide government services to investors. A number of the wilayas of the governorates of Msendem al-Bremi witnessed rainfall of varying intensity as a result of being affected by a trough from an air depression that will continue until next Saturday. The wilayas of Sahar, Saham, Shinas, and Liwa in the Al-Batina North Governorate also witnessed heavy to medium rains, resulting in the flow of some wadis. An upper air trough will continue to affect the Sultanate of Oman until Saturday evening, 28th of January 2023. There are chances of clouds of advection and isolated rains with occasional thunderstorms and hail over the governorates of Msendem, North and South Al-Batina, Al-Bremi, Al-Zahira, Al-Dakhiliya, and Muscat. The influence is expected to gradually extend to the governorates of North and South Al-Sharqiyya, Al-Wusta, and Dhafar. The highest amounts of rainfall is expected over the northern governorates. The Civil Aviation Authority advises all to take precautions during rainfall and flowing wadis, to check the visibility and sea state before sailing, and to follow weather bulletins and reports. The Foreign Ministry in a statement expressed the Sultanate of Oman's condemnation of the act of an extremist in the Netherlands city of The Hague tearing up a copy of the Holy Quran, which represents as a provocation to the feelings of Muslims and indictment to violence and hatred. The Sultanate of Oman therefore renews its stance to call for the need for concerted international efforts to consolidate the values of tolerance, coexistence, and respect among nations, and criminalize all acts that promote the ideology of extremism, hatred, and offending religions and beliefs. Still to come in our news bulletin. Activities of the 18th edition of the cultural season are launched in University of Nizwa. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. Germany announced today that it will supply its Leopard 2 tanks to Ukraine, overcoming misgivings about sending heavy weaponry that Kyiv sees as crucial to defeat the Russian invasion, but Moscow cast a needless provocation. Pressure had been building for weeks on German Chancellor Olaf Scholz's government to send the tanks and allow other NATO allies to do the same ahead of expected spring offensives by both sides that could help turn the tide of the war. Germany's decision paves the way for other countries such as Poland, Spain, and Norway to supply their stocks of Leopard tanks to Ukraine. Germany will also issue the appropriate transfer permits to partner countries that want to quickly deliver Leopard 2 tanks from their stock to Ukraine. Training of Ukrainian troops in Germany will begin soon, and Germany will also provide logistics and ammunition. Heavy snow blanketed wide swaths of Japan today, forcing hundreds of flight cancellations, disrupting train travel, and left at least one person dead. An unusually cold weather front and extreme low pressure systems set snow falling and strong winds blowing across Japan from yesterday. One person died as a result of the storm, and 2 other deaths were being investigated as related to the storm as of today morning. Some 3,000 people had been stranded at 2 train stations in the city of Kyoto after snow and high winds forced service to be suspended yesterday. Others were stuck on at least 15 trains between stations. The bitterly cold weather is expected to continue through Thursday. Hot air balloons soar over snowy Swiss town tucked in a valley surrounded by snow-capped peaks. The sleepy Swiss town of Chateau Audet emerges from its slumber to host a hot air balloon festival that draws thousands of spectators and flying enthusiasts. During a 9-day celebration ending on Sunday, January 29th, 60 brightly colored hot air balloons from 15 countries will soar through the sky over the valley, known for winds that make for particularly good flying. Some hot air balloons flight had to be canceled on Monday due to unusually strong winds, but festivities fully resumed the next day. Vice Admiral Abdullah bin Khamis al-Raisi, Chief of Staff of the Sultan's Armed Forces, received Brigadier General Hazza Mutlaq al-Alati, Commander of the Naval Forces in the sisterly state of Kuwait, and the military delegation accompanying him, which is currently visiting the Sultanate of Oman. During the meeting, views were exchanged and a number of military matters of common interest were discussed. The University of Nizwa inaugurated today the 18th edition of its cultural season. The event was presided over by Her Excellency Dr. Rahma bint Ibrahim al-Mahrouqiya, Minister of Higher Education, Research and Innovation. More details in the following report.
With wide local and international participation, the activities of the 18th cultural season at the University of Nizwa started under the theme Creativity and Innovation, focusing on boosting students' scientific research and innovation engagement.
This year, the 18th cultural season at University of Nizwa, creativity and innovation, very important for the students who are participated, because actually it gave them the space to participate their creativities and innovations in different methods. The season for the long term of almost like 2 months present and give the abilities for students from University of Nizwa and from the other universities inside Oman and outside Oman to present what they have and what they are doing for all their entire study period.
The activities of the cultural season began with a symposium on expanding the exchange of student training and creativity among Arab universities. This was followed by inaugurating the International Exhibition of Fine Arts and Innovation, which showcases various student projects and productions.
We have a forum every year, meeting somewhere in the Arab world, and we exchange the training between the universities, and depending on that, the student go to different universities according to their choice, and they can be trained well either in the factories or within the university or within hospitals inside the university, so they get and gain a training to support what they have learned theoretically.
Being a student at the University of Nizwa provide me with privilege and honor of going through the students exchange, which helps me actually in strengthening my personality and evolving my work skills. This symposium is very important to increase students' training and exchange between Arab universities.
We are participating in 18th cultures seasons of University of Nizwa, which we are showing the visitors about objective pain measures via electroencephalograms, which we are created.
The cultural season, which will continue until the 12th of March, will witness holding around 100 different activities, including an exhibition of Arabic calligraphy, festivals of traditional arts and theater, as well as forums on programming, photography and media, and entrepreneurs. The cultural season at Nizwa University has gained momentum as a platform to nurture students' creativity and innovation in various fields. From the University of Nizwa, Saleh Bukhalfan al-Rahbi, الداخلية, Governorate.
This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. On behalf of His Majesty the Sultan, His Highness the Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers receives the Secretary General of the Gulf Cooperation Council countries. Her Highness the Honorable Lady, spouse of the Sultan of Oman, offers backing to the Association of Children with Disabilities by providing a number of buses. The Ministry of Labor launches the National Framework for Job Competencies in order to develop human capabilities in the government sector. And the governorates of Msendem, Al Buraymi, and North Al Batina witness varying intensity rains due to an upper air trough. With that, we come to the end of tonight's bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night and enjoy the rest of your evening.